Resident Evil.
I broke down and I got the deluxe pack. So here's what we can do, guys. Special content. Complete letters from 1998 by hunting down and investigating certain files in the main story. Obviously we can quickly acquire these two costumes in addition to the rest of them, but yeah, we got a bunch of costumes now. So we got the Film Noir, Apocalypse, and RE4. And for Grace, we're gonna put on the Lady Dimitrescu. Fucking based. Resident Evil. Let's do this shit. Wow, they really... They do make her look like Lady Dimitrescu, I ain't gonna lie. Wait a second, let me get inside of here. Do I have any extra charms? Mr. Raccoon. Increases precision and critical hit rate. I'm gonna put this one back. Increases the likelihood you'll survive a fatal damage. Ah, fuck that. This is more important. I love the fucking classic sound effects. Let's go. It's even in the cutscenes. She's wearing the outfit in the cutscenes. That's crazy.
You can do this.
Can I also just change your outfit as well? I'm really glad they went back to zombies, you know? Like, I'm actually kind of glad that happened. I'm really glad that they didn't just give us some werewolves or vampires or anything that's not zombies. So I'm gonna order some Popeye's chicken.
That's two.
Oh my god, the classic music.
Barely made it. You can do this. Not again.
But yeah, guys, I've been really excited for the survival horror comeback. As you guys know, I had the nerve and audacity of completing and semi-enjoying Silent Hill F. Though I will say the game's kinda ass. With a lack of ranged weapons, I mean, like, imagine if they gave, like, your character, like, a crossbow with, like, limited arrows and special arrows. I think that would give the player too much incentive, but, yeah, I don't know. 20. Was it 60-40? I doubt it, but... wasn't it? Where's the basement one? Basement. Basement safe code 60-40-80. So we are currently holding 60 rounds. I wish we could hold up to 80 rounds in a single stack. That would be pretty freaking useful. Though I will say I do occasionally like playing the old school Resident Evils, like the on the PlayStation. I like how they combined the ability to make ink ribbons. Oh, dude, it changes the save sound! That's fucking based. Um, guys, I would love to sit down and do a top 10 or top 5 Resident Evil games. Like a Resident Evil, like, not challenge, but like, going over my favorite Resident Evils. Um, and I mean, like, dude, that could include all of them. Like, if we were to honestly sit and do a Resident Evil tier list, is what I would love to fucking do, since I'm such a fan of the franchise, and I've become so opinionated about Resident Evil, especially when it comes to the original. Sorry, my voice is breaking up a little bit. When it comes to the original Resident Evil games, like the original trilogy, because the everything after 3 kind of, in my opinion, falls not flat, but just like Resident Evil 4 was the best of the transitional Resident Evil games, and I mean that in the sense. What I mean by transitional is going away from the classic fixed camera angles to the over-the-shoulder angles. I believe Resident Evil 4 was the first to technically do that, because Code Veronica was actually the last OG Resident Evil type of Resident Evil. My issues with Code Veronica were the graphics. They looked kind of ass, but they were going from the PS1 to the PS2. And so, I mean, like, Code Veronica kind of feels like, I don't know, it's like the last true survival horror game for like the Resident Evil franchise on the PS2. Um, in that sense, because like if you play games like Clock Tower 3 or Siren or the Silent Hill franchise. See, Resident Evil, and this is what I always tell people too, Resident Evil peaked on the PlayStation 1, whereas Silent Hill peaked on the PlayStation 2, right? Because we had 3 Resident Evil games before the first Silent Hill game, right? And then on the PS2, we had 3 Silent Hill games plus Origins and Shattered Memories. So that's like 5 games in total. Now, a lot of the Resident Evil games on the PS2 were like Resident Evil Outbreak File 1 and 2, Resident Evil Dead Aim, you know what I mean? Those kind of games. And for a lot of people, we tend to totally skip over those games. We don't even count those games as Resident Evil games. We acknowledge that they exist, but they're not in any top 10 lists. Alright, so a top 10 Resident Evil games of all time, because like how many of them really are there now? You know, so we have 1, 2, 3, Survivor, Resident Evil Code Veronica, and that counts. So that's like what, 5? So then there's Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, 6, 7, Village, and Resident Evil Requiem. Now there's Resident Evil 1 Remake, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, 4 Remake. And then there's the Umbrella Chronicles, Operation Raccoon City, Dark Side Chronicles, Resident Evil 0. Holy shit, there's like, we've already gone past 10. So I guess top 5 Resident Evils of all time. Shit. Well, I would sit here and simply say the fuck. Dude, there's so many. Top 5. I'm gonna probably be hated a little bit here, but dude, like I really do like Resident Evil 9, but it's not in my top 5. Even though I'd want it to be, I just don't think it is. But you know, honestly, guys, I haven't played Resident Evil Village yet, so Resident Evil Village can't even be in my top 5 list because I haven't even played it. I don't know. I think a tier list would be better than a top 5 list. Because, like, my issue with a top 5 list, guys, is that there are so many Resident Evil games, but there really isn't so many Resident Evil games. I guess if we were to count Revelations 1 and 2, but we haven't got Revelations 3. And honestly, dude, like Revelations 2, I like it more than Revelations 1. And even though I think Revelations 1 was probably a little more interesting than Revelations 2, I like that you could play as Claire. But then again, like, there's just, like, I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know. I personally really like the Resident Evil 2 remake. I think I liked Resident Evil. Probably my top 5 would probably. Dude, fuck. The man, I can't do top 5. I have to do tier list. That would be such a fun video to do. Personally, Requiem is A tier. Like, it's not, for me, it's not an S tier worthy Resident Evil game. And some people might get upset at me. I just don't like how there are certain sequences in the game that feel like one type of Resident Evil, and then there are others that feel like a different type of Resident Evil. So, like, Leon sequences kind of feel like, they kind of feel a little bit like RE4 remake, whereas her sequences feel more like Resident Evil 7 and RE2 remake, where it's like you have that inventory system, you have like the coins, you have different mechanics from different Resident Evil games all happening at once, and it just it doesn't feel like it's having a identity crisis necessarily, but it definitely feels like you don't get enough of certain sequences, like the larger exploration, like the hospital. It's probably my favorite level in the whole game is the hospital because it feels so much like a traditional Resident Evil. I don't like that you only get one shot for the Requiem. I wish that they gave you at least 2 or 3. Because your first time playing through that, you don't know how you're going to spend your one round, and then the first pistol you find is out of ammo. Like, maybe on normal difficulty or on easy, they should just give you, or even on classic, they should just give you, like, 3 rounds for the normal pistol, because it sucks ass. 3 rounds isn't going to actually do you anything, you know? Man, dude, I gotta say, for Resident Evil, the S tier Resident Evil is gonna probably be like Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil. No, we're gonna put that for the remake. The remake of Resident Evil 1 is S tier. It's prime S tier material, you know. Um, yeah, holy shit. Um, anyway, the Resident Evil 3 remake is probably like a C tier. Like that's pretty fair, I'd say. Like that game, a lot of the content was removed, and I think they could have kept a lot of moments like the clock tower and just, there's a lot of, you know, moments in the RE3 remake I felt like could have been made a little longer, especially exploring, like, so you know how they give you Raccoon City and it's just that main 3 spots, you have like the train station, the power plants, you have your like 3 or 4 other streets you go through. If they gave you another section of Raccoon City that felt exactly like that, and they kept the clock tower sequence, and then they made the sewer sequence a little bit longer and the laboratory sequence just a tad bit longer, I think the game probably would have been better in my opinion. And I only say that because like you can speedrun RE3 Remake so quickly and easily and effortlessly. Like it's not even funny how quick you can run through that game. But yeah, and here's the thing: the replay value there, they give you a lot of difficulties. Like there's Inferno, which is just crazy difficult, and it's like, okay, there's a lot of fucking difficulties in the RE3 remake. There doesn't have to be, if that makes sense. And I mean, personally, um, I don't know, man. Um, whatchamafuck I'm gonna go order my fucking chicken. It's currently 8 o'clock, and I don't have to be at work until 4, so 4 p.m., not a.m. So this joint plug's my best friend. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna make us have to do the thing. So look at this. Now 5 shots for the requiem. I really like. Okay, your first playthrough, this whole game feels more harder than it needs to be. But I gotta sit here and say, like, the repeat playthroughs feel so satisfying. But as I was saying earlier, guys, only if they give you more rounds. Like, I really dislike how they do the very beginning of the game with Grace. You know, it's like she just does not have enough resources to really have a fighting chance on your first playthrough. And I genuinely mean that. Like, if the Requiem had 2 shots, like you just wouldn't have enough excuses. I believe that zombie right there becomes a, what do you call it? A whatever monster it was.
The smell.
What are we at? Fine. We're still at caution? That's insane. Boom, boom. When we come back, since we've already taken that guy out, we don't have to worry about those creatures. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spare spaces, which is actually quite a bit considering that our base inventory was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So that's pretty significant there. Bloodlust. Whoa, holy shit. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Bloodlust, wait a second. Bonuses, special content. Special content. Infinite hatchet durability. Infinite ammo, infinite RPG. How much is the RPG? 15,000? 35,000? This is probably the most useful. Alright guys, I'm back. My fucking back hurts. Okay. Oh, also we're gonna change our outfit again. Back to just default. We're gonna keep it on film noir for Leon. That's pretty cool.
Resident Evil.
What?
Fluid drainage complete. Processing will now begin.
Whoa. Processing. Shit, no! No, no!
I like how they put a save point right there. My food should be almost here. Alright, my food's here. Oh boy. DoorDash fuckers. They did not give me my drink. I'm gonna get a partial refund for that. And the packaging looks like shit too. Like they could easily stuck their fucking hand in here, like that. But it doesn't look like they stole anything. Issues with items. My drink was not included. Was not. You're gonna give me a $2 credit? Even though the drink costs like what, $3 in the fucking $6 refund, $6 in DoorDash credits. Whatever. I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. We'll get back to this, I promise.